What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Now, I want y'all to get one thing clear. As bad as I want Bud to win that fight against Canelo, I ain't for 1 second saying it's a foregone conclusion that he will. It's a uphill battle. Everybody needs to know that who betting on Crawford or who going for Bud to win this fight. Canelo ain't no cherry. Canelo ain't no average fighter. Canelo is a real champion. He a pound for pound champion. Canelo can fight. Let's get that part straight. I like both fighters. I want Bud to win because Canelo ain't got no business taking this fight right here. I mean, this the second one of these, Now I'm happy Bud getting the money. That's why I didn't really say nothing about it until the fight got made. Don't want to hate on nobody payday, but a better card for September 13th would be Canelo versus Benavidez and Bud versus Fondora. That's what the card should be, in my opinion. I feel Bud. He want to get that big dollar. And, I heard Tim Bradley say something about Bud didn't get no credit for fighting Earl Spence. How in the hell can you say that? And he getting ready to fight Canelo. Without the Spence fight, he wouldn't even been considered for this. He got this fight because Spence was talking about fighting Canelo next. That's how all this came about. So that's the biggest fight of his career. That was the biggest money fight of his career. That's the fight he been preparing for the last years before he fought him, if he being honest. This ain't gonna be the same fight though. Canelo is not gonna be Earl. Canelo done had 2 fights this year already. This gonna be his 3rd fight this year. He gonna be ready to go when he get in there. Canelo entire reputation is on the line in this fight, straight up. If he lose to Bud, he'll be to put up a major scar on his resume. Honestly, I mean, the man really 3 divisions under, but we'll say 2, because Crawford was the welterweight champion. Him and Spence fought for the welterweight title. So he going up 3 divisions from where he been. He only had the 1 fight with Madrimov, a guy who only had 10 fights. And it wasn't no tough fight. Max Kellerman said that goofy shit. Only thing looked different is that the dude lasted 12 rounds. But I scored the fight 9-3 or 8-4. Ain't nothing close about that. Only thing is, like I said, he was the first guy Crawford had knocked out in a while. Similar to how it was when Earl fought Mikey Garcia after he had 11 knockouts in a row. And Mikey was the first one to not get knocked out for a while. And, people gonna say little shit just because you've been getting, fans can be real fickle. But this is gonna be a hard motherfucking fight for Bud because Canelo is a damn good boxer too. Now I think Crawford is a better boxer. If nothing else, just because he got better footwork, speed, reach. That it definitely ain't. I definitely can't say Crawford got better boxing skills, but I will say, I'm gonna say Canelo got better boxing skills, but I will say Canelo he gonna have the best skills Bud been in the ring with and power. And Canelo is built like a little brick. The dude, Canelo is not a small man. Short and small is 2 different things. Charleston White is a small man. Floyd Mayweather is a small man. Canelo is a short man. Canelo is thick and solid and strong as an ox. This ain't gonna be no easy fight. And then Turkey throwing him in, and I think in them little short boy rings. Shit. Bud gonna have to be on point, and anybody can be knocked out. So I think either one of them can get knocked out in this fight. People don't realize the punch that hurts you is the one you don't see. It ain't them punches that you see coming. It's the ones you don't see coming that had you messed up in the boxing ring. That first knockdown that Bud got on Earl, he got on the side of Earl and bop real quick. Earl didn't see that coming. He felt it. He ain't see it. When you don't see him coming, it's hard to get ready. It's hard to brace for it. And I know a lot from me watching Canelo lately. He done been hella predictable because he been fighting dudes that he know he can beat. So he been fighting the same way. Just kind of walking them down, and just kind of breaking them down round by round, slowly just breaking them down, and some of them he carried. But for the most part, I mean, he had a lot of problems with Skull, let's be honest. If he ain't Canelo and this big fight ain't coming on, he might have lost that fight. Regardless of, you can call it running or whatever you want to call it, but if you don't stop that motherfucker from doing it, or sell out and get a little wild and throw him in the corner and rough him up some and make it very, very noticeable that you in there trying to get these rounds, you can lose them kind of fights if that dude had a little name on him. Now, I think he gonna fight a lot better against Terrence Crawford. I really think that was one of them fights where a stay busy fight. That's what I think that was for Canelo. What I wish Bud would have went and had him one of them. But that was a just stay busy fight. That was a real legitimate tune-up. But he could have lost it. But I can say this. It's gonna be I'm not hyped up about the fight. I'm a little pissed off about the fight. If y'all ain't figured that out by now. And what I'm upset about is this. I was one of the Canelo's biggest fans, but I'm rocking with, I like Benavidez. That damn Benavidez, the real deal. And he has done enough, more than enough, that he should have that fight. He would make more money fighting Benavidez, and he know it. They tried to give him $150 million for Benavidez over a year or so ago, about a year or two ago. That money been there if he wanted to fight, but he want to get it the easy way. And like I say, man, I'm glad it's on Netflix, because I promise you, I had already made up my mind. I'm going to start sabotaging motherfucker shit. If they going to keep fighting, if they going to turn it into wrestling, it might as well be free. If we gotta pay to watch who y'all want us to watch fight, no, we don't do it like that on this end no more. If you ain't fighting who you supposed to be on pay-per-view, everybody come on this channel. I'm gonna tell them how to get it without wasting their shit on it. Seriously, they making too much money to be fighting these bullshit fights. Now it's a good fight, but it's so unbalanced and uneven. I mean, how the hell you get hyped up about a small 154 pounder? If we gonna give him another weight division, okay, fuck it. Here, a small 154 pounder against a big 168 pounder that has fought at light heavyweight a couple of fights. So really, this is gonna be a 3-division difference, and they gonna weigh in at 168. Crawford might be 167, 168 pounds when they get in the ring that night. Canelo gonna be about 180, 185. Come on, man. I mean, I want to see a fight. Now, you would take a fight like this, but you won't fight Benavidez. I can't respect this from Canelo. That's my problem with it. If you want to really know, I can't respect no shit like this. I can't. And then you sit up there on Shaq's show and say, the man resume trash, he ain't fought nobody. What the fuck you doing in the ring with him then? That's just, you just said it all right there. You just said it all right there. You say he ain't fought nobody, so why you fighting him, Canelo? You think you gonna get credit for that? Hell no. You done sit here out your own mouth and said this dude ain't that good. So what the fuck you wasting your time with this for? This the and we on the back end of this thing, and you got somebody like Benavidez out there chomping at the bit to fight you. Something that, boy, we are lined up to pay for that fight. Do you know the type of money y'all to get on the back end of the pay-per-view fight? Benavidez, people is going to watch that fight. The promotion will be crazy. But Canelo want his ass kissed. He want to be Floyd Mayweather. I hate this shit too, man. I really wish Floyd wouldn't have been so blatant with the bullshit at the end of his career, because Floyd wasn't really that type of dude. Floyd was fighting real fights. These dudes was running from Floyd. I'm a lot older than most of these cats that probably be watching these videos and doing this stuff. I'm 55 years old. I'm telling you, I watched the man's entire career. The entire thing. And when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, when he was Andrew Manfredi was the real deal. That was a real fighter. Justin Juco, Gennaro Hernandez, Diego Corrales, Jesus Chavez, Castillo, Chop Corley. Floyd fought a lot of damn good fighters. Sean Bay Mitchell, Zab, Sugar Shane, Oscar De La Hoya. And he tried to fight them guys when they was in they prime. They was leaving divisions to not fight Floyd. Shane was the man at 135 and got the hell on and chased De La Hoya to 147, trying to stay away from Floyd. Floyd couldn't get them dudes to give him no fight. He had to. So that's why he got so petty, like he did at the end. Ask real boxers that ain't got their feelings in it. That was around, the ones that's my age, that was really around when this shit was happening, and actually knowing what they looking at. Floyd was a bad boy. So, like I say, man, I ain't got nothing against Canelo. I don't. I just go look at my past videos. I'm a Canelo fan, but the truth is, when he fought Shane Mosley, Vernon Forrest killed Shane's career. Let's just put it like that. After Vernon Forrest beat him up real bad that first time, outboxed him the second, then he got beat up bad twice by Winky Wright. Shane was never the same again. He didn't even fight the same way. Go watch, and don't take my word for it. Go watch Sugar Shane when he the fight when he fought De La Hoya, the few fights before he fought De La Hoya. Then watch the Vernon Forrest fight and watch how Shane Mosley fought the rest of his career after that fight. He never went back to that old Sugar Shane. Everything changed. It did something mentally to Shane. He was never the same again. He had left his dad for a while, all kind of shit. He went through a thing back then. Shane was a bad boy in his day. Didn't want to see Floyd. So when I see, and don't get me wrong, that's what good fighters did back in the day. If you can't get the top guy in your division to fight you, you move up. The difference between Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence to me is this. In all the divisions Bud fought in that I know of, Gamboa was the man at 135 when he was there. He knocked him out. At 140, Postal was the man up there. He did run a little bit in that fight, but he did clearly win the fight. At 147, when he first got there, he was a small 147 pounder. Let's be honest. He had the gimmick fight with Jeff Horn, but Mean Machine was a solid fight. Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Sean Porter, he fought solid fights. All them guys was in the top 3 and shit like that when he fought them. When he fought Earl Spence was considered the best welterweight in the world at that time, and he had 3 of the belts. People talking that shit now because Earl did a disappearing act after that fight. And y'all gotta remember, the man lost his trainer. Spence did, and Spence is a funny type dude. So he ain't no people person. This is probably a big thing for him trying to get another trainer to work with. Don't y'all remember Derrick James saying it was about a year or two before they even really start talking? Like when he was training, Earl would just come to practice and go on. He not that type dude. Don't seem like. I think he a family man. And his personal friends. So when you got them tight ways like that, and then $25 million or better sitting in the bank, you're on the back end. But they need to stop acting like Bud fought the best guy in his division to get them to get that spot. Don't matter how it looked after the fact. And yeah, it was all type of extenuating circumstances. If we being honest, I'm glad that part coming out that Spence wasn't on top of his game. Like he had been out the ring a long time. All the shit that happened, but still, he was still had 3 of the belts, considered clearly the best welterweight in the world, and more than half of the people in boxing had Spence winning that fight that night. So because it went down like it did, so now they trying to act like Spence ain't who he was. It don't work like that just cause dudes typing some shit on the internet. Trust me on that. When Hall of Fame and all that shit go down, y'all to see. But bottom line is he didn't duck nobody. Canelo been ducking motherfuckers. Let's just be real. I like Canelo. This is not no hate. This is facts. He should have fought Demetrius Andrade. Ducked him. He did schedule to fight Big Charlo, and Charlo got locked up. He got in trouble, and as soon as I think the same day they announced him having a fight that night, I think his old lady uncle or somebody had him locked up and ruined the fight. I mean, like soon as he got it. But he ducked and dodged Benavidez and Andrade that whole time they been up there. You can't say Bud has done that. Bud didn't go try to fight Tank Davis. He didn't go try to fight somebody like some little dude with a name from 2 or 3 divisions down, and I'll fight him. He didn't do that. He fought the best welterweight that was on the docket at the time. That was Earl Spence Jr. Canelo the one bullshitting out here right now. Let's just be honest. The way he been moving. John Ryder, come on, that man had no business fighting him. Canelo fought a lot of them names that's on his resume. That's all it was at that point, was a name. They was a shell of themselves. A lot of them. I ain't mad at him about it, but since he want to go there, these is facts. The dude Angulo was washed when Canelo fought him, and he wasn't the greatest even when he wasn't. Kirkland, best days was way behind him. Kermit Cintron, best days was way behind him when Canelo fought him. And he was in his prime fighting these dudes. Miguel Cotto, he had already got all the life beat out of him by Margarito. Then Floyd beat him. He had done lost a couple of fights already. And Pacquiao and Margarito gave Cotto a good beating. That wasn't the real Miguel. It wasn't. It just wasn't. So what he did that was so different. Austin Trout was a solid fighter, but do you hear anybody talking about Austin Trout ever? I don't. I ain't got nothing against him, but I'm just speaking facts. If you saw the fight with Lara, could have went either way. And he was damn near 40 years old. Just like he said, a 40-year-old dude beat Post all up. 40-year-old motherfucker beat you up on TV on pay-per-view. Outboxed him. It was a split decision. Lara was an old man compared to Canelo at that time. This ain't me making up stuff. Floyd was 35 years old when he beat him. Bivol outboxed him. Y'all just seen what happened with Skull. And I think this because the people, Berlanga ain't never been no champion. I like Berlanga, but he wasn't really ready yet. He exciting for the sport. He get it hyped up. I call him Berlanga the Banger. He a nice fighter, but he ain't Canelo level. And everybody in the world knew it. Now he did represent himself well. Berlanga did, but who thought Berlanga was gonna win that fight? Not one person, other than maybe some of his close friends and some of his countrymen gonna bet with him but they ain't really thought he was gonna win, and he didn't. Munguia, I mean, he got nice size, but he ain't at elite level. You know what I mean? People that have beat Munguia. So, Kovalov had been beat up good 3 times by the time Canelo got to him. That's all I'm saying. The Triple G. Now them 3 fights that he fought Triple G in his prime, and y'all remember it was a split decision in that first fight too. I mean, it ain't like he was out. When he fought elite fighters, it ain't like he looked like it ain't like he was in there beating them. The few elite fighters he fought was Floyd, Triple G. Now, yeah, he did beat Triple G. I mean, like I say, if Spence ain't elite, how in the hell them dudes elite? Spence was the baddest thing in the welterweight division for years, knocking everybody out. Come on now. So shit, they just saying that now because all this after the fact stuff after that Crawford fight, and Spence wasn't himself 100% at that point, no way, and he hung around 147 too long, which Bud was smart to do. He had him a few fights, and if he go, Bud is a little older too, so he got to move a little faster right now. But Bud ain't no big dude. He had to grow into 147, so he couldn't even go straight in there and fight Spence. He was too small when he first got there. So this is Canelo beating up a little bitty dude. That's my thing right there. And I think Canelo is bigger than this. I think Canelo is better than this. That's it in a nutshell. But that's it for me on this video. If you liked the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.